kill you right here.
Why am I handcuffed?
Onision is without a doubt a terrible person. He is a bad human being, and I actually wasn't gonna make a video like this, but I just got so many comments that came in that said, oh, you think that's bad? Well, what about this over here? Or what about this over here? And so now I kind of just wanted to throw together this video to talk about three kind of pretty general areas where I think Onision is kind of a bad person. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, as always, of course, hit the like button, subscribe. My Twitter is down below as well. But you know what? I don't want to waste a lot of time with the intro. Let's kind of start jumping in to the different things we're looking at here.
It's a puppy dog.
So what can even be said about this guy? This is the problem that I mainly had when trying to formulate what I wanted to do here. The guy has so many things that are screwy about him that it's hard to even narrow them down. And I wanted to get them down into kind of three different themes like I was talking about, and we'll take them on one at a time. I have them pretty well organized, but in the first place, it's definitely something that needed to be done. The guy is a terrible human being. This is the guy who will go out there and screw a whole bunch of people over, manipulate people, and destroy lives, then make a video with him trying to fake cry in front of the camera, and then say, oh, I got into YouTube because I was suicidal. I don't know what's gonna happen now that my channels are gone. And then he'll turn around and he'll post things like this. Yeah, seems like a really nice guy, doesn't it? But you know what? Let's jump into the first topic. Let's stop wasting time with all this nonsense here.
So many of you truly care about the environment. So many of you have shown concern for my life as of late, and I want to genuinely say that I'm sorry for any damage that I've done. But I'm sorry isn't good enough.
That's right, we're gonna do it. And the first big theme that we want to address here is being a hypocrite. It's what Onision definitely 100% is. And you know what? There's the best way to show this, I would say, is what he's recently done to the wetlands. Now, the reason this is so funny is because Onision is a big supporter of the environment, but he didn't really show that physically all that recently.
True change needs to actually happen to make this right.
Yeah, agreed, man. You need to quit being such a nasty dude. You're not a good guy.
And unfortunately, due to my financial situation, I need to ask for your help to make things meet the standard that the world has set for my backyard.
Now, what I hate about this guy is he will go out on his pedestal. He will go out there and say, listen, I'm a vegetarian, and I'm better than you because I'm a vegetarian. You know why? Because as a vegetarian, I don't eat animals, which need a ton of space and lead to deforestation in order to sustain, you know, all that food that needs to come in. And he'll say, you know, I'm better for the environment. I'm way better for the environment.
An acre of rainforest is cleared every second of every day because of meat consumers. Onision has not consumed meat for over 10 years. If you have eaten meat most of your life, you have caused many more acres of deforestation than Onision ever has or ever will.
Listen here, weirdo. You don't get to not eat meat, get on your pedestal, make fun of everybody else for destroying the environment because they eat meat, and then go out and get your bulldozer out and push all of the junk from your yard into a protected wetlands. It doesn't work that way.
People have made YouTube videos showing great, sincere concern. One video even got over 1 million views.
Yeah, that must suck, doesn't it, huh? It must suck to be so irrelevant, but yet cause so much hatred that you get people to make videos about you and they go viral. He gets over 1 million views and you are sitting there getting like 10,000 views per video on your 2 million subscriber channels. It's kind of embarrassing, man.
My goal at this point is to not just restore and slightly improve my backyard, which is also partially a wetland, but I would like to make it much better than ever.
Now, you know what's kind of pathetically funny about this video that we're looking at right now? Onision put this out alongside a GoFundMe page, whose goal was stated to help restore the wetlands. Now, what's funny about it is that Onision actually did a bad thing. He grabbed a bunch of bushes up, pulled a bunch of bushes up, he cut down some trees, and he took all of the garbage that he had, got a bulldozer, and pushed it all into a lake, or his backyard, his wetlands, right? Which is against the law. And after doing that, people were like, wow, man, that's kind of a bad thing. You did a bad thing. So when he made a video apologizing and saying, I need money to help pay for it, people were like, wow, it's obviously a scam. We're not going to give you any money. But they thought he was serious, you know, because he actually did a bad thing. But then Onision comes out and says, oh, hey guys, that video was actually it was a joke, and I can't believe you guys didn't think it was a joke. Yeah, you know why we didn't think it was a joke? Because you actually did a bad thing, guy. And we thought you were trying to, like, apologize in your weird own way, which is not really apologizing. You like to kind of go out there and say, I'm sorry, I'll try to be better, until you screw up 2 weeks later.
Hey, guys.
Whoa, maybe turn the filter down a little bit, alright, man?
Hello, no makeup, no filters, no nothing. I just got out of the shower.
Yeah, on second thought, I changed my mind. How about you put the filter back on?
Okay, so I launched a GoFundMe for making my wetlands great again.
The fact that you zoom in on yourself and try to make us all feel like idiots for taking you seriously after you broke the law and pushed all of your garbage into the protected wetlands just shows how dumb your joke actually was. If you do a joke and absolutely nobody gets it, whose fault do you think it is? The 100% of people that didn't get it? Or the one guy who made the dumb joke?
First off, I want to say most every single woman I've ever met in my entire life is insecure about their weight, despite how skinny they may in fact be. Which is incredibly upsetting to me because every single woman in this world who is beautiful on the inside is fucking gorgeous on the outside, and their weight is completely irrelevant.
Yeah, okay, unless they're Eugenia Cooney, in which case you will harass them for being too little and make fun of them to your multiple millions of subscribers after you, except for in that situation, huh, you hypocrite?
I don't care how perfectly proportionate your face is, how perfect by society standards your boobs are, how big or small your badunka-dunk is, how slim your waist,
How sexy your thighs.
First off, dude, your Sean Connery accent is garbage, just like the rest of your comedy routine. Go back to just screeching all the time, alright? It worked a little better for you. Yeah, I think you guys get the point. I'll save you the rest from the rest of that cringy mess. And the other thing I want to say as well here, Onision, you are literally the guy who made a ton of videos and you had your own forum which was geared towards younger. They were kids, man. They were kids. Okay, I'm sorry. They might have hit puberty, but they were kids. But it was geared toward younger girls, and you had a section on there where they would write Onision down their body, then you would rate them on a camera out on YouTube in front of your multiple millions of subscribers. In what world? They were under 18, guy. In what world is that okay in your mind? And then you go and you put out a defense video for it like this.
I wasn't gonna make body-related videos anymore because some people on the internet decided to call me a pedophile. Pedophile being someone who's attracted to children. You Google child's body and you get a picture of this kid or these kids.
Look at you go. You put on that snarky tone and you say, I mean, obviously, you guys are idiots. I'm not a pedophile. Yeah, sure, they were under 18, but they were above. Yeah, at least they had hit puberty. It wasn't like they were 10. Listen, man. People are calling you a pedophile as a colloquial term. Fine, the exact definition doesn't fit. You're still a creep. You were rating chicks who were under 18 on their bodies, okay? Are you technically, literally a pedophile? Maybe not. Do you act like one? Is what you're doing still wrong? Yes. How about instead of attacking the word that people are using to describe you, how about you attack the actual allegations, huh? I mean, like, did you not do that?
Which, no offense to those children, is extremely unattractive. Regardless, people still call me pedophile because they're trolls. Not acknowledging the fact that not only have I done nothing illegal, but I've also done nothing to violate YouTube's policies regarding these body image videos.
This might blow your pea-sized little brain, but the law and YouTube content guidelines don't define morality, at least not exactly. And that's what's always so funny about you, man. You don't understand that there can be certain actions that you do that aren't breaking the law that are still wrong. And as an example, you get so mad. You get so mad when people go after you for doing all these rotten things, and you say, I don't know why you're after me, calling me a pedophile, doing all these things. And you know what our response should be? Our response should be, why are you so mad? We're not breaking the law. We're not breaking YouTube content guidelines. So I don't understand why you're so mad at us.
That again have helped countless women with their own body image issues.
Yeah, you're a real hero. I don't know where we'd be without you.
You may ask yourself, well, Onision, why are you stopping the body image videos if they help so many people and you've done literally nothing illegal and literally nothing to violate YouTube's policy?
Hey, I think you doing yard work and pushing all of your stuff into the wetlands and also rating underage girls on their bodies is kind of inappropriate. Hey, don't get mad at me. I'm not breaking any laws by saying that, so I don't understand why you're getting so mad.
Well, to kind of help that point, I wrote someone regarding winning a Nintendo 3DS XL today, and they said they lived in the UK. I asked them if they were willing to pay the import tax, because for some reason UK politicians think it's appropriate to hold gifts to citizens of their country hostage until those citizens pay a tax.
Yeah, you know all about not paying taxes, don't ya? What a jerk, man. You're an absolute jerk. You're gonna send this kid a console, and then there's a tax for it, and you're like, hey, are you... And it's all in the same message, too. It's not even like you had the decency to break it up into two different messages. You were a real dick about it. You said, hey, are you gonna pay the import tax, or do I need to send this to somebody else? You're a joke, man. You're an absolute joke.
Regardless, the person replied saying, thank you for picking me for the competition, but I think you should give it to someone else as I'm not sure how much it would be. She says it was great speaking to me, and then she points out that I've helped her with so many body issues.
Yeah, we get it, dude. You're a hero. It wouldn't be an Onision video without you patting yourself on the back, would it, huh? But you know what? I'm done talking about this kind of side of things. I want to talk about the manipulative side of you. I want to talk about the nasty part of you. The part that everyone likes to talk about. The part where you kind of, you know, the rumor is a little bit, man. I heard it here and there that you like to maybe groom kids.
Hey guys, this is a video that should have been made a long time ago, but I'm not very quick in many instances. I'm not necessarily the most intelligent person when it comes to PR or anything. I literally just basically do whatever I feel is best in the moment.
Hey man, you're like 30 and you have a couple kids. Maybe it's time to grow up?
I don't always think long term. I don't always think about other people's shoes and so forth. And it kind of just hit me the last few seconds that I should probably actually make like a legitimate official video addressing what people have accused me of for years.
What, child grooming? Nah, I'm sure it's not that big of a deal.
Like, I feel like I've made videos that are like for entertainment and like, you know, just playing this character, but I've never really like been myself.
Listen, man, you don't get to make up this whole I'm a comedian thing, okay? You don't get to make this I was making a joke thing. You would have been able to do it if you only had one channel, and that was your Onision channel. But you don't. You have another channel called Onision Speaks, and you have another channel after that called Uh-Oh Bro, where you get in front of the camera and you literally just talk about yourself. And you know what? If all of your stuff, let's assume all your stuff was a joke, then no one should take what you're saying seriously, okay? Because you can't have it both ways. If what you're saying is a joke, then all of it has to be a joke. Not just the bad things, but the good things too. So when you go around telling people that they should all be vegetarians and talking about how great you are as a vegetarian, I mean, I'm assuming that was all a joke too? You don't actually think that you're better because you're a vegetarian or what?
And address them as like a normal human being to the best of my recollection. And this is crazy because I have a lot of people who like me or used to like me or whatever, who I didn't really give them a chance to understand.
I bet you there's more people in the used to like me column, if I was gonna guess.
What happened? First of all, a lot of people accuse me of being a pedo, straight up. And I don't react, I guess, how other people would react. I don't know, I've made so many videos, who the hell knows? But, I mean, it's really hard to keep up with me.
Yeah, it's a real joke, isn't it, man?
And I realized that. So let's start from the beginning, okay? When the whole pedo accusation came out in the beginning was when I dated a girl named Shiloh. Shiloh, she emailed me, she's like, hey, I'm a Canadian pop star, and I was just wanting to get some advice on my music and, you know, stuff in general. And so I was like, oh, this is awesome. I love talking to other people who can relate with me because at the time I was decently famous and we both had this similar interest and I was hoping to make a music video with her someday or whatever.
What, like I'm a banana number 7 or what, man? Like you thought you were gonna make a music video with someone who was like trying to be a legitimate pop star? Are you serious? And not only that, what was she at the time? like 15 or 16. Get real, man.
So I do no research on her, and she and I start Skyping. And I want to say outright, I'm a married man at this time. So us doing this is fine in my mind because it's professional or whatever. Like, it's like, not or whatever, Greg. It's professional. Anyway, so we exchange emails and we go on Skype and so forth. And we Skype for like a month. And my wife at the time is just sitting over here, you know, just like not even really too involved or anything like that. I'm just Skyping this person extensively.
Skyping extensively? For what? For career advice? And might I point out here as well, for everyone that's not aware, this is kind of the allegation that's out there against this guy. Him and his wife like to target younger, vulnerable girls. They like to befriend them, oftentimes using his wife, Lainey or Kai or whatever she wants to call herself, or he now, I guess. They like to use his wife, or I guess husband now, to try to also befriend the girls, you know, because it's like, it's if it's a dude coming on to me, maybe that's one thing, but if there's also a chick, maybe it's a little bit better. They like to work as a team to manipulate younger girls and to get them to befriend them. And then once they befriend them, they begin the cycle of abuse. They start saying, hey, wow, you're really nice, hey, and they start getting into this girl's head, to the point where all of a sudden, this girl's pulled away from her family. They start estranging her from her family, get her to come over to them. And then that's where the real abuse comes in. This girl gets involved, this underage girl, and all of a sudden, she's just kind of stuck in this situation with these two abusive, terrible people. And you're gonna sit there, man, and tell me you were sitting there for a month extensively Skyping a girl for what you call professional assistance? You were trying to help her plan her career? Yeah, that's an afternoon kind of a thing. That's not an every day of the month kind of a thing. And the fact that your wife was there in the background doesn't help. And if anything, it makes it worse. The allegations are that you guys worked together to screw over all these people, okay? Not that you did it alone.
Situation.
Greg did. Lainey wanted to date Billy. That's how this all started. Lainey messaged Billy on Twitter asking, like, if she was interested in girls and how old she was and if she wanted to come see her.
Yeah, and how old was she at the time? I guess that's my real question. Plus, get this, a big thing, a huge part of this isn't just that they were after these girls, but that they were grooming these girls, and that they were manipulating them in order to do certain things. And what really gets me about that is watch how this girl talks. This is one of the girls who they say was kind of groomed by him. Listen to her talk. She talks exactly like Onision.
And that's how the whole thing started, because Lainey was interested in Billy, and then her and Lainey dated.
And see, I'm still not bashing Lainey or Greg because I'm not immature about the situation. I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about both of them because they're both good people in their own ways, and you guys are just literally hearing like one side of the story. And since it's like internet, you guys don't know a lot of things about like anyone.
Dude, that is the female version of Onision. That is exactly how Onision talks. Like, I know that's anecdotal, but when I heard her talk, I had to do a double take. I was like, what in the heck am I watching?
So,
Billy didn't say anything about Lainey on Twitter. What?
do I think Greg's a good person? Yeah, I do think Greg's a good person. I also think Lainey's a good person. I also think I'm a good person. I just think some people make poor choices sometimes. Like, all of you for a fact have made a poor choice fucking once in your life.
Oh.
So that right there was actually one of them. That was Billy, the one that's there. Now there's, it just goes on and on and on, which brings me to kind of that third word. And I didn't really go too deep into topics with them, but the first kind of the word that I think of when I think of Onision is hypocrite. The second one is manipulative. And this one, the number 3, is controlling. And the controlling one is weird. And maybe you guys have heard about it. I just wanted to bring it back up. It's the weird thing where, he had that teen girlfriend, that third teen girlfriend there, that once again, like they were just talking about, Lainey just brought in, and she got caught smoking weed. Onision allegedly told her she had to chain herself up in the basement, shave her head, and there was even talks of her having to get a tattoo on her body that said liar. Listen, if even one of those things is true, if one of those 3 is true, how in any sense is that okay, man? You know what? If she's kind of agreeing to it, that might be okay. That might be legally okay, Greg. But that's not an okay thing to do. You don't get to chain up another person. You don't make another person shave their head because they used a recreational drug. You especially don't pressure them into getting a tattoo that says liar. You know what that is? That's psycho. And you know what's crazy too? There is an ex-girlfriend of theirs that went out and kind of came out of it and said, wow, they're kind of toxic. They're kind of toxic. They're not very good people. And what's funny is I was doing a little bit of research on it, and I'll put them on the screen right here. They might be kind of small, so feel free to pause and kind of read through. But I guess in one of Greg's live streams, one of Onision's live streams, he put up some text messages where he kind of proved that, and I guess what happened was the girl that left, she was okay with Lainey, the chick. She wasn't okay with Greg. She did not really like Onision, and he ended up having sex with her when Lainey wasn't there, which was, I guess, a big no-no. Now, Greg later put out some text messages on a live stream, and he said, well, here's some text messages. It's really unfair that she was kind of leading me on with these nice text messages between us, then all of a sudden she wasn't okay with a physical relationship. And then it turned out that he wasn't even the one sending those text messages. Lainey was using his phone. She begins the message and says, hey, this is Lainey, I'm using Greg's phone. Just go ahead and read them, guys. Feel free to check them out. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. These guys are off the rails. They're bad people. And you know what's really messed up? I don't want them to be unhappy, right? I don't want Onision to wake up every morning and be depressed or anything like that. I want him to live his happiest life. But you can't be hurting other people. You can't step on other people's toes, and you have to understand that you're crossing some lines, man, that shouldn't be crossed. And if you're gonna do that, people are gonna call you out. And you know what? It's not illegal to call you out. So quit criticizing us for doing it if that's going to be your excuse for everything. And I absolutely hate that excuse that he uses too. I literally broke no laws. And of course he'll argue with the word too instead of the argument. People say, listen, it's not very cool of you to judge a 15-year-old girl on her body on the internet and post it out to your millions of subscribers. And he'll say, yeah, well, I'm not a pedophile, and let me tell you guys something, okay? Let me give you some life advice, some debate advice. If you're ever debating somebody, and they start debating with the words you're using as opposed to the ideas, then they've lost the debate. Right there. Thanks, guys, for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below. What do you think? I mean, I kind of asked this question before. Do you think Greg is redeemable? I really want to know what you guys have to say about it. Do you think he can come back from the brink? I've had some people say they're kind of worried about, you know, his family, his kids, stuff like that. And you know what? He does seem like kind of an unhinged guy. I'd hope nothing like that would ever happen, and I'd really, you know, if he has issues like that, I really would want him to get help and figure out his life. Like I said, I want him to be happy, but let me know down below what you guys think. Is he redeemable? You know, thanks for watching. Like I said, I have the Twitter down below. I'd love it if you guys subscribe as well. I'm really trying to take that up. I'm trying to hit that first major milestone, that 1,000, and then we'll kind of see what happens from there. I think it'd be really cool to hit that, and then I love that you guys are there giving me so much feedback. I've been able to read your comments, respond to them. It really makes me happy being able to do that, so, you know, keep on doing that as well. But other than that, you guys have a great night. I hope you enjoy it.